Heyo, welcome back to more awesome dive action with me, your boy Yano, or Yano Sauce, because Yano was already taken in the YouTube handles, so gotta work with what I'm given. Here we go. This is dive number 2 at Mermet on July 14th of this year. This was another wall dive, but we went around the other wall from where I usually go, so variety is the spice of life, right? Not too much going on here. From what I remember, the dive was pretty uneventful. My buddy says he saw a spoonbill. I'm dubious, but I never see the spoonbills. Maybe my camera saw the spoonbill. We shall see. Yeah, I apologize for the abrupt ending on the last video. I got battery problems at the yin-yang on my GoPro, and videos like to freeze like that. That's what I get for not pre-watching them. Spoiler alert, I have watched some of the videos at the end of this dive, and at least 2 of them froze, so I'm going to try to be cognizant of that and end it quick before we have to deal with too much frozen video. It's really annoying. I probably need to throw half my batteries away. But here's the dive profile, as you're all accustomed to seeing. As you can tell, very much warmer, very much shallower this dive, only down to 40 feet. Just touched it, just gave it a little kiss. And then right back up, and we only got down to 66 degrees. Yes, I was wearing my 7mm dry suit, wetsuit, and I probably got hot, but not as hot as I did at Penn Royale. Anyway, let's check the map. I'll just show you real quick where I went around the quarry, which wall I went around, and after that, we'll jump straight into the video. All right, here we are again at our map of Mermet Springs. Zoomed in a little bit. Already been over that. So where did we go on this dive? So we dropped down somewhere around the school bus. And this was a wall dive, so we probably school bus, maybe followed some of these ropes. I don't quite remember. And then we just kind of followed this wall. Or no, I think we dropped down. I can't remember. I really need to watch the videos again first. I think maybe we dropped down on this wall, kind of followed it around. I do remember we saw a platform that I'd never seen before. It was a memorial to fallen service members. So hopefully, if the GoPro didn't fail me, you'll see some footage of that. It must be new. I don't know. It's not labeled on the map, even this map that I have, which is a few years old at this point. And we kind of followed around. I think we went over the airplane to the scuba car, which is like right here, also not labeled on this map. And I think that's about as far as we went. I don't think we went over here. J, what's J? Swim through at 12 feet. Definitely didn't do that. Platform 7 at 5. What's the point of having a platform at 5 feet? I can stand in 6 feet of water and be fine. All right, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I think we went to the scuba car and then came back. And like I said, my videos at the end already froze, so I'm going to try to know when that's going to happen. But all right, let's just take a look at what my GoPro did manage to capture. And down we go. Yeah, just first off, man, I apologize if the audio... Oh, hold on, I gotta turn this down. Those bubbles get loud in my headphones. Yeah, I just upgraded to a new version of... Upgraded in quotes, to a new version of Audacity. And man, I've been listening to the feedback, or listening to my recordings, and I feel like there's a lot more popping and a lot more skipping, and I don't know what's going on. I know it's open source program. I know I couldn't write this any better, but my computer should be able to handle recording, you know, what I'm saying here. That's not a super processive, intensive task. And I don't know what's going on with the popping. Yeah, I might just start using the old version, which still had some of that, but not quite as bad. I just don't get it. This is a pretty good box, and there's still problems like that. Although the popping might be noise in the audio chain, that I can understand. I don't have the best audio equipment, but the skipping and the recording, and that should not happen. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, here we are. Like I said, we dropped down at the school bus. Did we swim through this? No, I think I swam through the school bus on the way back. And my GoPro battery was totally shot, so any videos I may have had of that are long gone. Oh, nope. Did it again. Yeah, you know, you think with my count in the first video, that's it. That's the last one, I'm telling you. Last one. You try it. You go talk for like 30 minutes and see if you can't stop yourself from saying that. It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm not much of a public speaker either, but I do like getting behind this mic. Let's see. That's the line to the Cessna, to the suspended Cessna. I know that. That's not where we're going, though. Yep. Called it to suspended Cessna. I know a few things about Mermet at this point. Seriously, I should go back. I'm curious. I am right under 130 dives. I think I've got... With this is the last dive I did. So at this point, it's August 2nd. This was July 14th. I bet I'd like to go back and just see how many, the percentage of my total dives that have happened to Mermet. I bet it's at least 50%, probably more. Has to be more. The only other places I've dove, oh man, I just love suspended stuff in the water like that. It looks like the Matrix, you know. Things are just defying the laws of physics and gravity. I don't know how it happens. But yeah, it's got to be. I bet it's closer to 70%. Because where else have I dove? Yeah, I did some dives before I had a GoPro. In fact, I remember the dive where I was like, I gotta get a GoPro. I was at. There it is again. I was at Myrtle Beach, roundabouts there, and I was doing a wreck dive. We drove out on a boat. Probably, we went out there for a while. I remember not being able to see the shore, and that was the first time I've been on a boat in the ocean where I couldn't see the shore. And it was kind of a tiny one, and I was like, ugh. So it was a long boat ride out there. And this was a boat, I forget, the Charleston Tug, maybe? That might be what it was called. You can Google, YouTube that. I think it's called the Charleston Tug. And it was sunk on purpose, so it was sitting perfectly at the bottom. You know, it was like right side up, just sitting on the bottom in about 60 feet of water, if I'm remembering correctly. And, yeah, everybody there had a camera. Everybody. I'm like, you know what? I gotta get me a camera. So that's when I decided to get the GoPro. I'd have to look back to. I'm curious what my very first dive was with the camera. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one it was or where it was, but see, we're at 30 feet here. But yeah, it was. Oh, there I go again. Oh, it was. Yeah, that dive was pretty cool, actually. That was probably career dive 10 to 20 range for me. Again, I'd have to look back in my log. But it was like a week, not even a week after a hurricane. In fact, it was so close to the hurricane, we were worried that the vacation place might say, "Nah, you can't come. Things are too messed up." Or we thought maybe the town might be trashed, you know, just full of water and debris and sand and whatnot. But no, it was all right. We did see some sand on the streets and things like that, but there was no problem with the vacation or the dive, and I was shocked because you know, the dive shop, they don't know the visibility. You know, they don't have cameras all over the ocean, and they tell you, they're like, you know, it may be too choppy, the visibility may be terrible. But we just won't know until we go out there. And so they say we're gonna have to go out there and look, and if we deem it's too bad or, you know, too murky, then we're not gonna send y'all down. We're gonna come back. And that's just part of the risk of doing it. So we went out there, and it was a solid 30-minute ride. I mean, I told you, you could not see the shore from where we were, at least. I couldn't with the naked eye. Maybe binoculars or something, I don't know. But we got out there, and they sent a diver down, and she gave it a go, and I don't know why, because we got down there, and it was awful. It was different in the sense that the visibility got worse and worse as you went down. See, in something like Mermet here, it's usually worse in the shallow parts, because that's where most of the kids are, that's where most of the classes are. And then as you go down, I mean, it's not always that way, but well, that bike is covered in a lot of crud. I'm surprised I even saw that. But as you go down, usually the visibility clears up at quarries like this, but in the ocean, nah, at least not on this day. We the top of the boat was probably 20 feet underwater, 15, 20 feet underwater, and the very bottom was close to 60. And I remember being at the bottom, and I was holding my hand out in front of my face. You know, I could barely see it. It was bad. But all right, here is the memorial I was talking about. I don't even know. Has this platform always been here? I'm not even sure where this is. And I think this stuff is new. I mean, they got all branches of the military here, I believe. At least they should. Fire EMS. I mean, that's not a branch, but, you know, obviously hats off to first responders. Yeah, and they got a eagle there and a soldier taking a knee, and they got some dog tags down here. I tried. I couldn't quite read them. Did I get those on camera? I did not, of course. Figures. Here we go. Yeah, those are kind of hard to read in the light. I don't know. I'm sure that's somebody who's fallen. God bless him or her. Yeah, this is new to me. I've never seen it anyway. Maybe it's been here, but new to me. And I thought it was very well done. This was classy. So, just taking a moment to thank all the servicemen and women who risk their lives every day so I can be here screwing around in a quarry without a care in the world. Thank you. And I totally lost my train of thought from before, but that's okay. Yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, these statues came out of nowhere. I really forgot what I was talking about, so it couldn't have been that important. Maybe it'll come to me. That's the thing. I get behind this mic, and you think you know what you're saying, and then, you know, I don't even have a real audience here. I could stop this any time, but there's still, still feel it a little bit. It's still a little different than, you know, just talking to yourself. Man, I really forgot what I was saying. That's embarrassing. It really wasn't that long ago. Anyway, here is a Cessna, I think. There's a lot of them. Again, this was a pretty cool dive. So I usually go, if you remember the map, the wall dive I usually do is over by the deep dock. We go to the deep dock and kind of swim, I guess it'll be east until we hit the wall, which is not very far. And then we go north along the wall until we run out of air, or until somebody hits like halfway on their air, like 1500, 1600 usually. And then we'll do the turnaround and head back. And there's usually not much to see out there. You're hoping to see a spoonbill. But here, man, we saw this military tribute platform. We saw a Cessna. I've been seeing some bicycles. It's been a good dive so far. Out around the other wall, that's a super deep part, so you're not, unless you're psychotic, you're not going to be, Yano sauce coming at you. You're not going to be dropping, oh, even shine the light in my face, kind of. Boy, that was dark. Why was that so dark? My light is brighter than that. Now I'm... What in the world? That looked like a flashlight from 1993 with 2 almost dead C batteries in it. That's the kind of light that looked like. What in the world? Maybe that was GoPro color balancing, because you know, I've said it before, every time you flip the camera around, the lightest part is always behind you, so you're always getting a silhouette look. So maybe a color balance for that, and you know, my light's pretty good, but it can't compete with the sun, so. Oh, no, did it again, darn it. Trying to stop that, But yeah, that was some crappy spotlight on the... What's that? Did we see the scuba car? I really thought we saw the scuba car. Maybe I'm getting confused. You know, I've been here so much this year. Maybe I'm getting confused with other dives. What's in this compartment? I don't even know what this is. Is this a truck? That almost looks like a removed before flight tag, but this thing definitely never even had a hope of flying, so. Hold on, let me check the playlist here. You know the dilly. I'm at 798. Oh yeah, we got tons. We got like 15 to go. Good. We gravy, baby. Uh-oh. You know what I gotta do here? Boop! There it is. It's a tradition now. Oh yeah, here's the plane. Yeah, we haven't even got to the, we did go to the scuba car. I will bet you 16 paychecks that we went to the scuba car after this. Yeah, I guess Terry had not got enough swim through on the airplane, so we're gonna go one more time through it. I'm not sure where Tom went. He was hanging off to the left there. I mean, he must have gone over or under. There's that gaping hole in the roof. Man, I mentioned this last time I was here. I think there used to be a jet ski helicopter fuselage. No, wait, was it a jet ski? They might have been like right next to each other. Come to think of it, I haven't seen either of those recently. Any Mermet bros out there? Do you know what happened to the jet ski that was sitting on top of the 727 and or the helicopter fuselage? I mean, it was on the map it says helicopter, but it's a pretty pathetic helicopter. No rotors, no tail. I mean, it was just like a cockpit. And it had like fake switches. I mean, I don't know where they even got that thing from. There's Tom swimming through the plane. Yeah, if I just showed you this thing in a vacuum, I was trying to follow Tom. There's the yellowfins. If I showed you this quote-unquote cockpit in a vacuum and asked you to identify it, I would be shocked if anybody came up with helicopter cockpit. It was just something to put on a map. Okay, here, yes. I knew it. I told you. 16. Somebody owes me 16 paychecks. Pay up. Here is the scuba car. Or rather, the scuba police. And man, these toy guns. I think I opened up a Pandora's box when I opened up Andy's toy chest. Like, when I was back here in May or whenever it was, and these guns are everywhere around the quarry now. What's that? That kind of looks like the P7 from GoldenEye. Is that what that is? Is that even called a P7? I can't remember. It looks like James Bond's gun from, oh gosh. GoldenEye. Yeah, that was it. I was thinking Nintendo 64 game in my head. Like, what's the movie called? Yeah, it's GoldenEye. It's like tuck that sucker under the windshield wiper, sure. His was always silenced in the video game, though, so that one's looking a little stubby, but I think Terry found the, is that an Uzi? I don't know. My brother would know. Nick, you need to come diving, man. You need to come identify all these underwater guns. That kind of looks like an Uzi, but Uzi's, well, it's probably optional. You can get a stock for an Uzi. It's like a folding stock. And that one does not have that, but I'm sure that's an optional piece on an Uzi, so. But Uzis are also kind of square and boxy, and that one's got a few more curves to it, I think. So probably not an Uzi, but same class, same genre of weapon, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a gun guy. I got no problem with guns. I don't own any. Maybe I shouldn't say that on the internet. Yeah, I love going to the range and popping off a few rounds, which I haven't done that in many years, but... oh, darn it. My bro is big into guns. In fact, he shoots competitively. He's kind of calmed down now, I think, but a few years ago, he was big time into it. He was going to national tournaments and stuff, and people from all over the world, I kid you not, were coming to shoot at these things. Absolute professionals. He was a semi-professional. He still kept his day job, and he competed. He never, he didn't like win it or anything. He never, but he placed very well considering who he was competing against. I thought anyway. He's got tons of trophies and things from like regional and local competitions. So, no, stop it. So good job, Nick. I applaud it, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. We're definitely shallow here. You can see, anytime you see the sun rays bouncing on the ground, you know we're 15 feet or shallower. And Terry swears he saw a spoon. Terry swears he saw a spoonbill around here somewhere. Because he was waggling his light, and people do that. They want to get your attention. This was not it exactly, because I remember being at the same depth as him when he was doing it. And I remember him doing that, and I kind of looked and I didn't see anything. And I'm like, what's he doing? Does he need some help? Or I don't think he does. But... And I didn't see a thing, and he told me later, yeah, he was waggling his light at a spoonbill. So, yeah, okay, Terry, I bet you were. I'm kidding. I have a very long documented history of not seeing spoonbills in this quarry. I've been diving here with Cousin Michelle and Cousin Tim a lot. Well, not super a lot, but a few times. We'll get back. We did a wall dive. I did a wall dive with them, the north wall. And we get back, and they're both like, man, we saw like 5 spoonbills. You see those? I'm like, nah. I didn't even see one. What y'all talking about? Stop lying to me. Yeah, I don't know. My eyeballs just, I don't know. I don't see things. That's why I was so pumped when I found that mask at Penny Royale. That's why I was so pumped when I found that mask at Penny Royale. There. Fixed it. But I just happened to stare at it, and underwater, let me think. I know I mentioned this before, but we go diving in Cozumel it's been a while now, but we used to go, and the instructor there was just absolute pro. You know, she'd be pointing at this and that, and half the time, even when she pointed it out, I'd just be like, what? What did she point at? We get to the surface, and she'd be like, did you see this and that and that? And I'm like, no, I did not. So I'm proud of myself. I found, I was actually thinking there, hold on. Wait, is Terry shining his light at me? I haven't seen him waggle it yet. I am watching. Hold on, I better check my playlist. We're getting up close to the freezing part. 8:04. Okay, we got probably 5, 6, 7 more to go. I don't exactly remember which ones froze. I think the last 2 did. I'm not sure if I checked before that. What did Terry do? Turn around? I think that was turn around. I didn't quite catch that. Yeah, definitely turn around. So I think this was after his spoonbill sighting. So sad, I missed it. But yeah, as I was saying, hey, I actually remembered what I was talking about this time. In Cozumel, I did find a flounder once, which I don't know if you guys know flounder. They are masters of disguise. They bury themselves in the sand, and you do not see them unless they move. But I just happened to swim right over one. I was just skimming the bottom, and I just happened to swim right over this one, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, that's a flounder. I can see you and your two little eyes poking out. Yeah, they're actually born with eyes on both sides of their heads like a regular fish, and as they mature, one eye migrates to the other side of the head. And what kind of freaking weird biology is that? And I don't know if it's always the same eye that moves, or if they... Yeah, I want to Google that now. I don't know. If it's like sometimes the left eye that moves and sometimes the right eye that moves, that'd be even stranger. Like, what could possibly govern that? 21 feet, all right. But yeah, that's flounder, and then they swim flatways. You know, they don't swim vertically like regular fish. When you do catch one swimming, and I've caught them a few times, they swim like ray. Well, they're angled like rays. You know, where their flat part is parallel to the bottom. Very strange animals. And I guess they taste so good because a lot of people eat flounder. That's it. Yeah, okay. I did not see a spoonbill on this dive. So, Terry, Terry, we've been diving long enough. You know what? I'll take your word for it. I truly believe you saw a spoonbill. I really do. I believe it. I just wish I could, take your memories and plant them into my brain or something, so I could see the spoonbill too. I want to see the spoonbill. Hey, I saw whatever fishy that is. Bluegill? I don't know. Whatever the fish are. Well, you know what? That's not true either. I've been, my dive instructor got nipped by a fish here once and drew some blood. Fish are mean, man. They're everywhere, and they're mean. I've never got nipped like that before. Not blood drawing. Yeah, I remember now. I forget what was going on, but my dive instructor, I was probably taking a class from him, and he got back to the surface. He's like, man, that fish nipped me on the ear, and his ear was bleeding a little bit. I remember that now. So the fish between Mermet and Penny Royale must be chatting with each other, because some of them suckers got a violent streak in them. Scuba 1. Ah, my gun is still there. Oh. Uzi yeah, is that an Uzi? I think that might be an Uzi. Although Uzi's got like straight clips, I think, and that one's curved just a little bit, so I don't know what that thing is. Maybe like a new version of an Uzi with a semi-curved clip? I don't know. 806. I think we're getting dangerously into freezing territory here. Oh, no, never mind. We still got like 5 to go. Yeah, on the way back, we decided to go under the airplane. Alright, works for me. Oh, did we go back to the semi-truck? I think we might have. Did I boop that thing did I boop that animal, stuffed animal, on the windshield? I can't remember. I'm not as confident to put up 16 paychecks as I was for visiting the scuba car. I can't remember. I don't think I did, actually. We will find out. Well, that's it. I'm out of things to talk about. Man, I was deep into something before we saw that military platform, and the memorial military platform, and I just can't remember what it was. I'm going to go back and watch it, and as soon as I get like 3 words in, I'm going to remember, and I'm going to be kicking myself. Did I go over? Oh, yeah, I did. I did go over. Just couldn't resist it. Couldn't help myself. Glad I didn't make that bet. I thought I didn't. And boop. All right. You know, I'm developing some Mermet traditions. I gotta boop that thing on the front of the semi-truck every time. There's the military platform. We just flew by it this time. And the other one is when I go to the train car, I gotta go in it. I got 2 of them. I think those are the only 2. I might need to work on 1 more. 3 sounds good. What could be my 3rd? Yeah, I don't even know how deep that is. I don't think this platform is even on the map that I've got. I should probably re-up on my Mermet map, because I'm sure they keep that thing updated all the time online. You can buy hard copies of it too. In fact, I have one. I just can't help myself from doing it. It's such muscle memory. It's ingrained in my vernacular. But yeah, one of my early dives at Mermet, I don't exactly remember where I was, but I found a plastic, hardcore, not hardcore, but it's like a plastic map of Mermet. They print them on slates. That's what I'm looking for. So you can go into the dive shop and buy a slate map. And it's got a ring on it. You can hook it to yourself, all that deal. And I found one of those at the bottom of Mermet like years ago, and so that's pretty cool. I've kept it. But they've added quite a few things since I have that map, so it's probably, I know it's out of date. Oh, look at me getting skinny between the sticks. Yeah, fit right through there. All right. We gotta be getting close to done now. Hold on. Where are we at? 809. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the mic with my headphones. 809. Maybe got 2 working videos left, maybe. What in the world am I looking at here? Did I just go inverted again?
I can't shoot this son of a bitch. Let's see if we can have a little fun with him. Is this your idea of fun, man? Greetings. Watch the birdie. Jeez, I cracked myself up. This is a great shot, Mav. I should be a photographer.
I think I did. Yep, that's my new tradition now. Every time I say inverted, I'm gonna slap in the Top Gun scene. Man, I love Top Gun. Both of them. You guys like Top Gun? We gotta. This has been the summer of Top Gun, man. I've watched Top Gun 2 and 1, mostly 2. I go to my buddy's house. He was hating it. Went to my buddy's house for 4th of July every night watching Top Gun. It was at his wife's and his wife's sister's request too. It wasn't just me watching. They like what's that dude's name? Miles Teller? Is that his name? Yeah, I've watched a little Top Gun 1, but it's mostly been Top Gun 2. Man, you can't get these flight scenes are just, those cruise videos are incredible. Here we are back at Andy's toy chest. I found the AR-15. Looks like we got the extended 30-round mag in there, which these toys are pretty cool. There's probably a way to eject that magazine. I don't know what it is though. It's got the rail on top. It had a working safety. Look at this. What does that say? 30 cal mag? Yeah. Yeah, so I cannot pull the trigger right now. Boom. And look at this safety. That safety actually works. I can't see. Yeah, safe. Fire. I'm in fire mode now. And we're in safe. Yeah, alright. I assume that's how it actually works on the AR-15. But, boy, I was struggling putting it back in this case. What else you got in there? Can't quite. Is that a Desert Eagle or some kind of 50 cal handgun? I don't know. Alright, we are getting really close to closing time here. I'm just waiting on the freeze. I know it's coming. Wait, this is the last one. I could have swore we froze. Man, you know what? It might have been a buffering problem. If I was reading it directly off the chip, it might have been a buffering problem and not a video problem. Here we are. That's going to do it. Man, what's up next? I got so many videos on the backlog. I still got Portugal. I got Air Show from Milwaukee. So some of those are coming next. Stay tuned. You're going to love it. I'll see you there.